Hey guys, what's up everybody? Stephanie MUA here, back with a brand new look. Now today we have something a little bit different. This is my very first review. Ooh. Now, before we get started, shall we see what we are reviewing today? It is the new Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Woo! Now, as you all can see, I don't even have my makeup finished, I don't have my eyeshadow finished, and I don't have anything on my face. We will get right into this review and right into my, I guess, point of view of the palette at this point, in my opinion of the palette at this point. I will start this video off by saying that I am a virgin to Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes. I've never used a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette in my life. This is the first palette I've ever gotten and have gotten to use. So I did definitely, you know, as a Jeffree Star fan, go into this, you know, look with nothing but high hopes, nothing but positive energy, and just nothing but thinking I was about to do the best look of my life. But in a little bit here, as I get along this video, you will see my hopes go from here to here, and you'll kind of hear my explanation on why. So without further ado, let's get started on this review. So I did prime my eyes with the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer, and then I did do my brows, of course. I am absolutely obsessed with this concealer. It doesn't really crease on me, which is a lifesaver for me. Everything creases on me, especially around my eyes, but this is amazing. It also has 20% pigment, so it's more pigmented than most concealers, so little goes a long way. I also love, I'm going to show you guys, I also love the little end on this. I don't have the best camera, so I can't show you the best. I forget what he calls this, but this gives off the perfect amount of product. Just a little disclaimer, do not mind my nasty, dry, tinted hands. I always get tin on my hands at work, and I can't help it, so I'm not dirty, I promise. This palette is absolutely like massive, absolutely massive. And another thing is I have never owned a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette in my damn life. So I am absolutely excited to try this. I am excited to see how all these colors work and how good his shadows are. So this is a completely raw review, as I said. Let's talk about these colors real quick. So some colors, and I'm just gonna hold it like this because it's way easier for you guys to see, for it to fit into the camera view and everything. Some colors that really stick out to me, these four colors right here, I feel like these remind me of like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, like cherry Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola slash Pepsi, and then like the Pepsi color. I'm gonna one day do a look with this. I don't think in this video I'm gonna do a look with these, but one day soon I definitely am. Some other colors that really stick out to me are, of course, all these pastel beautiful colors up here. They are stunning. Now I did do a look already with those colors on my Instagram, so go check that out. And yeah, there's like Halloween colors, like these, orange juice, and then Bite Me, super cute Halloween colors. These two remind me of Beetlejuice, and then there's also Delicious. Yes, Delicious is a beautiful deep like plummy blue color. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. But today I think, because I am a rainbow freak and I'm feeling super colorful lately, and I've been super busy and haven't been able to do a look, so I definitely have to do something colorful. I think I'm gonna use all these like pure just rainbow shades in here, and I'm going to create a cool little rainbow look. So let's see how this turns out. I'm really excited. Let's see. So the shade I think I'm gonna start with to start this look is this beautiful cobalt blue shade that is screaming my name, called Soaked. I'm going to just pack this onto my brush, and what I'm gonna do is I'm pretty much just going to pack this in the outer crease area. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna blend this out with a lighter color in a second. Your heartbeat's racing with the anticipation. I'm electric. Sugar pop and gumdrop lollipop. Take a lick and don't stop. So sweet, such a treat. I'm the king of candy. It's so sugary sweet. I'm electric. Sugar pop, pop, pop. You know I'm everything that you ever wish. Now I'm gonna be keeping like a almost like a rounded shape. I have very almond shaped eyes, and for this look I really want to kind of change up my usual like very dramatically pointed looks and kind of do a more rounded fun look, kind of change the shape of my eyes. So that is why I'm packing the shade on in that shape. Now I can definitely say that this shade is the most beautiful blue eyeshadow shade I own. This is so stunning. I've never seen anything like this. Now granted, I don't have the Blue Blood palette, however I can't even imagine what it looks like with the way this shade looks. I think I'm good with packing it on. I like to kind of keep the pigment, not really knock it off my brush too much while I do this. That way when I blend it out with the lighter color, which I'm gonna do in a second, it keeps its pigment really nicely. Next I'm gonna be going in with the shade Gumdrop. This is a beautiful pastel, like periwinkle. That's the word I'm looking for. This is definitely a periwinkle. Like, look at that shade, so pretty. Down on a Saturday night. So when I blend two shades together, I like to almost work in little segments and then move my way up. So you don't want too much shadow in this area because it might weigh your eyes down or just kind of create weird shadows. So I like to start with building the pigment back here, and then by the time it reaches there, it's pretty much diffused, and then I go in and build it up as needed. So these two colors blended together are not honestly turning out how I expected. However, they're not bad together either. They're just a little bit more grungy than I thought, which I didn't know what I expected, but I'm going to just keep adding colors to the rainbow and see where it takes us. So next I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna take Wow, this bright yellow. Absolutely love this. And I am going to blend out that purple at the top with that. So we'll see where this takes us. So I'm going to just start blending this shade at the top of that purple. I'm going to make sure I tap my brush off a decent amount so I don't get too much buildup, but I'm just going to continue to blend that out until I am satisfied. Now you do not, again, you do not want to go too heavy with this yellow or you could mess up the whole look. And I'm working semi in segments and kind of in windshield wiper motions to kind of give that gradient type of effect with those two colors that obviously don't go together, but we are going to creatively make them. So I am just going to be going in with a Morphe 514 brush, and I am just going to use this to blend out that yellow a little bit more. I'm going in with this with nothing on it, just the plain, clean brush itself. I'm just going to use this to just, again, fully blend everything until I am satisfied so I can put on the next color. I'm sorry about my lighting, guys. I will be working on this. I am just broke and don't get paid from social media like every other beauty guru that's big out there and that has amazing lighting. So once that happens, you'll see better lighting. Next, I'm gonna be going in with the shade Sour. That is this beautiful, like, Beetlejuice green. It just screams Beetlejuice completely. I just bumped that shade. But we're gonna go in with this, and I am going to just pack this shade right next to where I placed that blue shade. You don't have to blend this too much. You'll see in a second. So I'm just gonna start packing this on. Ooh, that doesn't show up a lot. I just went in with a lot too. I haven't touched this one yet, so okay, there it goes. So I'm gonna pack it on there, and then in a sec I'm gonna go back with that blue and kind of blend those together. But I do love, now it's showing up, I do love this color. It's so just unique. It's like a just very beautiful green. I'm obviously obsessed with green, as you know by my faded out green hair. Not loving this green shade. I think it's so pretty. The color is just so pretty, and I have the worst lighting, so it won't even capture it on camera. It actually makes it look worse on camera. It's just not wanting to blend out that good, which is kind of bumming me out. I'm trying to just kind of like blend it up in there, and if you can kind of see, it's sticking there and sticking there, and it's just separating there. Not a cute look. Here on this side, not really doing the same thing, but still kind of just fading away into the darkness itself. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that blue that's left on that brush. Maybe try to blend it out a little bit. I don't know. That kind of sucks. Well, let's see what we can do. I don't know. I'm gonna go in again. So this side looks pretty. It kind of has that nice gradient. This side, I don't know what's going on with her. Oh, there it kind of goes. It's starting to get there. Okay. Alright, we just gotta keep packing it on. That's kind of what I'm saying about this palette. I feel like for the price, for, you know, love Jeffree, but for how much he talks his products up and kind of downs other products, I just expect the best nonstop, and I think everyone does, and I think it always should be the best. I don't know, like, I am a professional makeup artist. I have been doing this for years now, and I know what I'm doing, and it's just not working out. This palette is not working out with this look, but we're just gonna keep going, wing it, just give a full-on review of this and just see what happens. Kind of looks like dirt, but we're just gonna keep going. Given up with the green on this side, pretty upset, but we gotta continue. So I think the next color I'm gonna go into to stick with my whatever rainbow theme I got going on, I'm gonna go in with Suck. I thought it said Suck. I'm gonna go in with Suck. It's like this nice orange shade, and I am just going to put this right next to the green, so hopefully this kind of maybe even cancels out the green and starts the look over. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna pack this on there. I'm thinking I might actually do is sorry, I'm like fixing my leg, getting all comfortable. I might just like put a darker shade in those inner corners just to like cancel that BS out, because I do not like that green there. It did not make me happy, and I don't want it to ruin my entire look, quite frankly. So there has to be something we can do, and the only thing I can think of is just darkening it up. So I think I might just go in with red over that and hope for the best. So I was thinking of going in with licorice right here. This is like a pure red, but I'm almost thinking to go in with cherry wet. This is like a pink red, where this one's like a pure red. Thinking the pink red will almost go with the kind of like dark-ish theme I got going on, where I feel like this might be weird like the green, so I'm kind of scared to use it, but I'm gonna kind of pack this over the green and in here, so we'll see how that works. So I'm just going right over that green shade and next to that blue. It's kind of looking cool. Definitely looks a lot better and a lot more pigmented and sticking there a lot better than that green. I don't know what that green's issue is with me. It does not like my eye, or it just sucks. I don't know. These shades are not coming off as pigmented as I am expecting. It's pigmented, but it's like I'm really building it on there to get that pigment. I don't like that. For a like $60-some palette, that should not be the case in my opinion. It shouldn't, it just really shouldn't. But I'm just gonna keep working with it, and I just hope this turns out good and I didn't just sit here and waste my time for nothing, you know? For the past like 15 minutes or so, I have been trying to blend these colors together. I've been trying to pack them on, build them up, blend them in, blend, blend, blend. And these are not freaking blending. Like, honestly, I've been trying to give this palette the benefit of the doubt. As I said, this is a very raw, honest review. I've never had a Jeffree Star palette before. I love all of Jeffree's products, but this palette, I don't know how I feel about his formulas. I don't know how I feel about his formulas. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. It literally breaks my heart. I am not one to try a palette and be like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not. And I wanted to be like, oh, this is awesome. This is the best palette I ever used, because of course it's Jeffree Star, and you know, he always has something to say about someone else. He always has an opinion to put in things, and for that I expected nothing but perfection, because that is what he speaks and that is what he claims to put out. But personally, I really just don't think it's me. I've been doing every technique I've learned in school. I've learned from being a makeup artist, from just everything. I've used the techniques that are important, and it is just not blending out to par with me. Again, maybe it is the color scheme I used. However, for a palette this colorful, every color in this should blend with every color in this. There shouldn't be colors that don't blend well. In yellow, in like, for example, my Anastasia Alyssa Edwards palette, that yellow blends out with every color in that palette just perfectly, even the craziest colors. But this yellow, you know, just didn't really blend that out the way I expected. The blue, as dark and beautiful as it is, disappeared within the look somewhere, somehow. The gumdrop showed up, but it's just not blending. And Sour, I'm so upset about Sour. This color was like my favorite, and it didn't even show up. It was patchy, honestly. It was super patchy, and Cherry Wet was a little patchy too. I piled so much Cherry Wet on here, and again, I don't have good lighting, but if you could see this in person, you would even be like, ooh, girl. Like, it's just patch city, like literal patch city. Not happy. I'm not happy, and I'm not gonna lie. When I did the other day, when I did my little pastel look that's on my Instagram, I was even having some difficulties with the colors then, but I didn't use as much of the colors in that look because, you know, I was just kind of keeping it there and blending it out. So, and it didn't need blended out as much as these do with putting the colors all over your eyes. So I don't really know what's going on. I wanted to keep going, and I kept trying to blend, and like I said, just nothing was really working out. It just looks like trash personally. And you know, I could be being too hard on myself, but I am very picky, and again, I expected nothing but the best from the best, and it's not the best. It's just not. Now, I can't even say that, oh, you know, I can't even give him the benefit of the doubt of being like, oh, maybe it was the base I used, because I used his concealer for this look, and I didn't set the concealer because I know he doesn't set the concealer. Oh my gosh, I like had some of the Cherry Wet on my finger, and now it's underneath my eye, and I have a black eye. But either way, yeah, I just don't know about this. I don't know. I'm upset, and I just really wanted to give you guys an honest review because I know everything that Jeffree Star approves, everybody buys. So of course, everything that Jeffree Star produces, people are gonna buy. His stuff sells out, and I also know that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people out there get paid to say he likes his stuff, and they also may get PR, whatever it may be. But I know people do get paid to say that they like his stuff. Of course, maybe I'm wrong, but I know there's things that he said are good that I haven't liked, and with everyone, of course, everybody's different. And again, maybe it is just me, but I haven't had this problem with any other colored palette before, and I had nothing but high hopes and high expectations for this palette, and I just feel failed. I just feel like it's not worth it, honestly, and I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say it is not worth it, and I'm so sorry, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep, you know, probably trying this palette. Like I said, there's Halloween colors in here that I'm obsessed with, and I'm going to keep this palette. I'm going to try it again, and if with the next look I do, I think I'm gonna get ready for work tomorrow and use this. If it ends up amazing, I will do another tutorial / review tutorial, whatever. I'm new to YouTube, so whatever you want to call it, I will do another one on this and say my opinion then. But to be completely truthful with you guys, I just have to say that this palette is not as good as I thought, and I am not happy. Just gonna keep saying that. I'm not happy. So I was gonna like actually not even say that, and just remake the video when I know how to use it, or when I feel like it looks good enough, but I worry that maybe that will never happen, and I wasted over $60 for nothing. So I just want you guys to get a real review, since you probably can't really find a real review because it's all, you know, these high-end beauty gurus that are friends with Jeffree just saying they love the palette, probably because they have to, or they're getting paid, or whatever it may be. So I want to be a normal person that's new to YouTube, that went into this video thinking that this was going to be the best look I ever did and the most amazing palette ever, and I have been failed. So take my word for it, maybe, or don't. Try for yourself first, maybe, but whatever you choose to do, I just want you to take this information and do the right thing. I love Jeffree, I love all his palettes, but this palette for now, for my first review, is no, it's a done.